So what means the healing crisis? All of a sudden, I get the feeling, cold hand, being in the alarm, and then I reach a high point, and then I get a really high fever, and then it turns down again. And in this time, the picture of what happened shows itself, right? But in order to get it rid, and now we found two causes why we can stack in the healing crisis, not coming across the hill. When energy is lacking, when our body is acidified, right? When we lack oxygen whatsoever, we can't come over the hill. So we have to do, when your car is too weak, the motor to get across the hill. So you try first with your grandmother, take her up on the hill, then you take your wife, then the children, then the luggage, and then you are up the hill. So you make several attempts and then you go over it. And another attempt is, of course, the spiritual meaning. When you get the picture of what happened and then you feel like a victim and you get hatred and all those emotions and you attach it and won't let it go, then you cannot come across the hill.
Yeah, wow.
So all symptoms which are chronifying, be it mental, be it on the body, are healing crisis not going over the hill. So this is very important. And it's very important to know that the fact that a healing crisis can be even harder experienced than what happened. And of course, it's getting chronic, it's repeating itself. This is for everybody the proof that you can't trust your body. If you are not aware that this is part of your biology, and that you are happily saying, thanks God, and it's over. And this is what it's written also in the Bible, that you don't, please, Miss Lot, don't watch back. You're getting stiff, right? Miss Lot. That's the older story, not looking back, right? And so this mental dimension on what Hammer founds, this is the greatest importance for humankind, because only when we understand ourselves, what is changing our perception, our behavior, when it becomes too big for us to handle it, then we would not judge on others, right? And for to have a really peaceful human living and to have really the attention to everything, you should have known these things, because then you would not judge anybody else who would behave in a strange way, who would be aggressive, who would be autistic, who would be like this and that, because and trauma is acting on him, or he's stuck in the healing crisis. But knowing this, you much better can help him to get out of this.
Wow.
Because you have a real base there. And what I think, and hope to talk about the next interview with you, I think, and I have some really good arguments on this, that Corona is a healing crisis, or it was a start of a healing crisis. How Corona came into existence, how it happened, This is a kind of healing crisis. And a colleague of mine, he wrote even a book on this. And he saw that the whole history on humankind, you can see in healing crisis due to war, due to volcanism, and years, no sun, nothing to eat, ice age, whatsoever, And you will find this, that after all this was away, the whole society, large groups experience healing crisis. And in those healing crises, it is decisive if they get rational in a positive manner, or if they get more mad than they have been already, right? So all cultures immediately stopped. They freaked out in a healing crisis, self-destroying them. And what we have, I think it's a healing crisis of 2.5 years of materialism, fear of your own body, and we have a unique chance to get rid of this, and that to reach a higher understanding of life, and finally to have a chance, a global chance, to live in peace and freedom. Freedom, I mean justice, brotherhood, equality, all those principles of the French, positive principles of
This is a great piece right here, because this is our last two questions that we ask all of our guests. Yeah. So I'll ask one, and then Tommy will ask one. And we ask all of our guests this. So we've asked Dr. Cowan, we've asked Dr. Kaufman. So we're hoping your answer will be good on this one. So with what we have going on right now, why is it so important that each individual has the ability to choose what is best for their health, to have health freedom?
I mean, because only an individual can decide or knows what happens exactly with him. How an impact from the outside influenced what kind of impact it had on him. Because one picture, one accident, one thing, everybody is experiencing on his own way, on his own experience, on his own individuality. And everybody is an individuality, right? I think there is a system of human types. It calls the human design system, right? And what we are still missing, that to bring this together without dogmatism, which is in this human design system very much inside, that you can't change, you are a type born like this and you would not change. Of course, this is not true and dangerous in its own, but it's really important to get notice what they know already and to use it. And this shows that everybody is unique and everybody has his destiny and his function in this world. This is the central knowledge of this human system philosophy or treatment, or check it on the internet, human design, and this is it. Why we have to have the freedom, because this thing that one disease has always the same cause, won't help you to get out of it. In contrary, it accumulates everything which we have in experience. I mean, when we go, on the basis of Christianity, I mean, it's said and done with Jesus. The old is away, it's past, it's forgiven. So go ahead and seek the positive and find your way. And this is only possible on an individual level, where everybody finds itself as a unique individual with a unique task and with its unique freedom. And these models that we behave like machines and have to get a little bit oiled and a little bit fired, or a tool removed, or something implanted or whatsoever, this is definitely not human. This is anti-human, and it won't resolve the challenges what we have. And Corona, I think it's the biggest challenge in humanity. I mean, the biggest presence. So to talk now in a positive way, that we are aware of these concepts and we can get rid of them, and then we can use the already existing body of knowledge, and to make it happen. And this is a presence for humankind. So we should, of course, warn what's going on, not take the vaccine, be cautious, and try to convince yourself with these 7 points and with a deeper understanding of biology.